Hi guys, it's Brittany. So today's gonna be a popcorn chat video, and I know I haven't done that lately, but yeah, I will be doing that often. And of course, popcorn chat is another way of saying movie discussion video where we, me, and you guys, we can discuss on what we like about a movie, what we didn't like, and what could have changed, or what we like about maybe the costume designs, the cast, the performances, the music, and just everything else. So that's basically what it is, in case if you're wondering. And for those who have been seeing this cute lizard, it's a Frozen 2 calendar, so yeah, and yeah, so you see the lizard in the movie. His name is Bruni, so, and I love Frozen 2, so that's why you're seeing that, which is adorable. So now today we're gonna be talking about Jaws. And so when Jaws came out, it was released on June 20th, 1975. And it did so well at the box office that everyone was just afraid of going to the beach. So it was like a summer blockbuster, but it was just like one of those movies where, like, you were just scared to go to the beach. So, and I don't blame them. Like, for those who have seen it at the time of its release and were probably really scared to go to the beach, especially in the water, I don't blame you. Like, I wouldn't either. I would not. And I know there's also a lot of horror fans that love Jaws. Although when I first watched it, I oh boy, I think I was probably a teenager when I first watched it, but I did not like it. I mean, I liked it that Steven Spielberg did a good job directing it, like making it so scary and very convincing of this killer shark. So I think he did a good job with that. And I can't say that it is a good movie, but do I like it? Like a fan of the movie itself? No. Because I felt like even as many times as I tried to watch it, it felt like it was kind of hard for me to watch because I'm afraid of sharks, and especially when they get so close and when they open their big mouth, it's just so scary to look at, and I just can't, and I just look away because I can't stand looking at their big mouth. It's like looking into a black hole with sharp teeth, so I can't stand looking at it. I really can't. So now what I do like about Jaws is that it came out at the time where they used like this I think really big mechanical shark, and a great white shark, and I think those are the ones that scare me most, are great whites, because they're just so scary looking. And plus, with their ancestor, the megalodon, I would say I think it's even much scarier to look at. So any shark movies out there, I'm not a fan of shark movies. I'm not. And I know there are Jaws sequels out there, but I've been afraid to watch those because I don't know just how many scenes there are where the shark gets so close, and you just see this all the time. Like, I don't know. Like, and plus, I mean, I probably would watch it just to see what it's about, but I feel like other than that, I feel like I'm gonna be covering my eyes most of the time. Um, but yeah, like I said, so there are some things I do like about Jaws. Like I said, how convincing it is, and how Steven Spielberg did a great job with it. And of course, the cast did great. And I think even the mechanical shark itself. Now, I know a lot of people might say, "Oh yeah, that doesn't look that real. It looks kind of fake." I don't know. To me, it still looks real because of the details. Um, because how they put details onto the shark, to make it look real. And I know they even had trouble with it. I think they had some technical issues with it because, with it being underwater a lot, and because they had to shoot some scenes in the water, it was kind of difficult. So I think it was having some. I think the mechanical shark was experiencing like, uh, you know, technical difficulties, and I think maybe some hiccups. I think. But yeah, I don't think if sharks made any sound though. You know what I mean? I think they're just silent, very silent. I don't want to be losing my voice now. Um, so, yeah, I think there are certain things I would say that are that everyone did a good job with the movie, but as far as like watching it, no, I think there's been a few times I have watched it and it's just kind of hard for me to watch. Um, yeah, I think where the story takes place, like at the beach, and this is, happening like where it takes place at a small town, and this is like a vicious killer shark and just dragging people into the water and killing them. Like, it's just scary, because it is a man versus creature movie, and it is I would say like a horror creature movie as well, because this creature, is of course of a shark, and a great white shark, which is scary. And of course, I think what I also like about it is that how these three main characters, how they kind of like end up meeting each other, and they're talking about the shark and talking about what to do and how to take down the shark, and I think trying to come up with a plan. So that I actually like. And but I think was yeah, I just didn't like how the shark was just killing these, fictional, like even the unknown fictional characters. It's like, even though we don't know them, but it just kills one of these fictional characters, even the unknown ones. It's just sad. And like, I think towards the ending, I think the shark got even worse, because I still remember some scenes here and there, but I don't exactly remember everything. But yeah, I can remember that the shark got even a bit more scary, towards the end. And yeah, I remember actually being scared, watching the ending. And as you can see, they're trying to think like how to, kill the shark, but then yeah, at some point one of them did kill it, in a way that I didn't know how it was gonna go, but it did seem like, but then I was like, oh wait, like I know what he's trying to do. And so when he did, it just exploded. and you see, pieces of shark everywhere. And okay, like, that was graphic, but hey, the shark had it coming. So to me, it deserved it. I'm sorry. It's just that if you love sharks, I probably felt bad for it. That's okay. But as for me, I don't love sharks. I don't like them at all. They scare me, and so to me, I feel like when a shark dies in the movie, like, that's fine, because I don't want to see it again. So yeah, I think the setting of the story did very well, especially it was taking place like at the present time, at the time that it came out. So I think that did very well. And I think the casting choices for the characters were great. And and yeah, I think they did really great, each and every one of them. um but yeah, I think this was the first movie I've seen. I think this was the first shark movie I've seen. And because this was directed by Steven Spielberg, and because he's one of my favorite directors, I felt like, I think when I did watch it, I thought, well, I just want to see what this movie's about. And I thought, okay, it's directed by Steven Spielberg, so I just want to see how this movie is. So, of course, even when I did watch it, I was like, oh, this is scary. So, to me, it just felt like a shark horror movie, because now it's funny because whenever I would see the actors watching their performances, I would just feel fine. But whenever it came to those scenes of the shark scenes and killing people and seeing, the blood in the water, and even at times where it would, open its mouth, like, I would just get so scared and just turn away that I'm like, okay, how much am I gonna keep seeing this? Like, I can't handle it, especially when it's opening its, big mouth. Like I can't handle it. I don't know if there are any deleted scenes of the movie that I don't know. But yeah, like I said, everything else I think is good. Like where the story takes place, and the time that it takes place, around that time, and um, even the location setting and the cast. Like that, so even the cast is great. So I think the casting choices were just great for this movie because they did a really good job. Um, and everything else, I think even for those that were probably in control of the mechanical shark, I would say that they probably did a good job, like were like knowing how to move it and what to do. Like they did a good job because it almost looks like capturing like a real great white shark in the water, although I think that would probably be more dangerous if it was a real great white shark, because that would just be terrifying. Because it's like if you come across a real one, they're more likely to just rip you apart. They wouldn't care if you're filming them to do a movie or not, because they don't care about um, they don't care about those that they kill, like animal prey or humans. They don't care, because to me I think sharks are just soulless creatures. And I know that's a little off topic from the movie, but that's just my opinion on it. So, and oh, and the music, I can't forget to mention that either. The music for this movie is also really great. composed by John Williams, and he did an amazing job of composing the music for Jaws. Like, now I don't know what instruments they use to create that unsettling but also ominous tone for Jaws. Like, I don't know what it was they used or how they did it, but they did so well that I can't tell what instruments they used. Now, I may have to look that up later, but now for those who probably do know how they did it, please tell me in the comments below, because I would really like to know how. But yeah, and that's the thing too. I kind of feel that, like, I know there are some who probably love the soundtrack of Jaws. Now, it is great, but I don't think it's something I would really listen to, only because even that would kind of make me feel a bit scared and a bit uneasy to listen to, only because it would feel like there's this shark, like this really dark shark that's just watching you, like, you know what I mean? And I do not want to feel that, like, but that's what kind of makes me feel, you know, like, I think there's times I've listened to the music and I would kind of get that feeling, almost like there's something there. There's something there that's watching you, it's stalking you, and it's just getting closer and closer, and then, you know, so it does remind me of that. Yeah, the music is great, although I would say it's a bit uneasy and it's a bit scary to listen to, you know, like I said. But other than that, it is great, and yeah, John Williams, he did an amazing job with the music, and you know, it really makes the movie, you know, it does. I think it really sets the tone of this story and of this, you know, shark, you know. It really does. It really does have this ominous tone to it, which really sets the story and the shark. So yeah, it just blends in perfectly. And because, you know, that's how it is, like, when you watch a movie, like a movie, I feel like any movie can't really be a movie, especially if it's, or it may not be as entertaining or not as convincing if there wasn't any music, because I do think there are some certain parts in the movie where there has to be music just to make it more scarier, or to make it more convincing or dramatic or really intense, or maybe to make it even more romantic, you know, depending on the kind of movie and the type of music that's going on in certain scenes. But of course, you also need some scenes in the movie where it's kind of quiet, or also you need to hear the characters talking, you know. But of course, I think that goes well perfectly, where you get some scenes in the movie where you get the music, like the instrumental music, and you get some scenes where there's no music, but that's okay too, because sometimes you just need to know what's going on, especially if two characters are talking, you need to hear what's going on. So I think that is important. So yeah, I do think Jaws is a good movie, although I'm not a fan of the movie, but I still think it's a good movie nonetheless. And for those who want a good scare, I do recommend it. Although, now when I watched it, it wasn't because I wanted to be scared, it's just because I was curious on what it was about. But then when I was feeling scared towards certain parts of the movie, I was like, okay, I didn't know it was gonna be scary like this. So to me, it was quite unexpected. But I think I can talk about my first time watching it another time. So that'll be a whole different video of that. So yeah, everyone off screen and on screen did such a great job with Jaws, and I think it was perfect timing when it came out because it really made a hit, a summer blockbuster hit. So it did very well. And now, despite that, it came out years ago. Even when I watched it, even I felt like, okay, I do not want to go there, Even I felt afraid that well, not afraid of going to the beach itself, but more like I do not want to go in the water at the beach. So it's like, no, 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 no. But I think I've always been that way though, even before watching Jaws, but yeah. So that's it for this popcorn chat video. Although it would be nice to have some popcorn if I had some. So that is all for today, and let me know if you guys have seen Jaws and the Jaws sequels, because I haven't. Like, I haven't seen the sequels of Jaws, but if I should, let me know, although I'm kind of scared to, so I don't know. So anyway, yeah, leave a comment down below if you have seen Jaws or if you're a fan of Jaws. So yeah, let me know. So that's all for today, and I'll see you at the movie.